Thank you very much indeed once again for inviting me to talk about digital transformation. Digital transformation is something which every organization, irrespective of their nature, irrespective of their functionalities, and irrespective of their short and long term objectives, is a call of life with the overwhelming speed at which digital technologies are coming into the present industry 4.0 era and touching our lives. So we as organization cannot stay away. If we stay away from the digital transformation, we'll fall behind and others will bit us down. So we have to get into this journey. So we are running our business in a particular way, and we have to think through how more innovative we could be in our process of doing the business or bringing in new business within our existing resources and affordable money which we have for embarking onto digital transformation journey. So everything of a digital transformation journey starts with innovation. Innovation in terms of thinking an idea or and getting into an idea okay, how we can move forward, how we can take out the pain points of ours, how we can fill up the gaps which we have. Having understood that innovation points, then we have to get into the journey of digitization. Digitization, think of an organization which does most of its work through paper or does it in computer, but with lots and lots of human interventions. Everything starts with human intervention, and even reporting ends with human intervention. So the first step of any digital transformation is digitization. Whatever we do, we have to do in a form which can be digitally recorded, digitally stored, and digitally worked through. So once we put everything from pen and paper and physical processes and start putting everything into computer, our first step of digitization is completed. It is still not digitalization. Once we put the data, put the transactional documents into the process, into the system, the next few processes which have to be performed, if we again take out the data from the systems or bring it down to an Excel or print it out and then work on it, the purpose of digitization fails. So our next process of doing the job has to be through the computer systems. That means if somebody has to review something before a transaction has to move ahead, he has to review through an access control process and say this transaction can move ahead. The next person who gives an approval for the process, the next person also looks at everything at the computer level and gives a process approval. Now, in this process, if he has to or she has to call back the documents which have been used for generating these transactions or documents that would be required for taking the transaction ahead, all these things, if he has to see, the computer has to show it instead of he has to getting resort to or doing a hybrid kind of a work between physical paper or physical record versus digital record. So we move ahead after digitization, we process the transaction and take the transaction to the next steps where we are doing the digital processing is transaction. So what do we mean here? That we have digitalized our business. Having digitized everything, we have digitalized our business processes in terms of all the subsequent steps are being performed through the computing system with the help of certain ERPs or digital technologies, and transaction has been put to a situation that digital transformation is now possible because every bit of our work is in the computing system with the help of digital technologies, and basic being the ERP for transaction recording and financial recording. Now our business is ready for transformation of our business module and the revenue module. How do we transform? Now let me get an example. Take the example of a bank which has completely digitalized its processes. If somebody wants to take a loan from the bank, somebody applies through the app or applies through a computer, or somebody comes along with the documents, and banks people enter everything into the system. The entire process of processing the loan, approving the loan, and making the payment is now ready and completely done through a seamless process through the computer, and the money reaches the particular person who wants to take the loan. Now, how can I use this work which we have done for enhancing our business? Let me give an example. Some organization which used to sell the products through their physical shops, if they open their e-commerce platform, then they have gone to a physical mode to a digital mode. But somebody who has started an e-commerce platform right from the beginning, for example, the Flipkart or Amazon.com, suppose those are the people with whom I want to do some partnership for enhancing my business. What we will do, we have two systems. The e-commerce platform is there, and my transaction processing for loan applications, consumer loan, is there. So we get into a partnership and we link these two systems through some digital tool called APIs or some other connectivity tool. Now, suppose you are buying a consumer durable, say you are buying a television worth 1.5 lakh rupees from Amazon.com or any other e-commerce platform, and you want to come out. When you want to come out for making the payment, if Amazon.com gives you a pop-up, hey, would you like to take a loan for making this payment? If you say yes, the Amazon.com or the Flipkart.com will tell you, okay, we are taking you to a banking platform. So you will be redirected to a banking platform. The banking platform will say, hey, we want to understand that whether you are ready to take a consumer durable loan. You will say, yes, I'm ready to. The invoice has already been shifted. Your buying invoice has already been shifted by Amazon.com to the bank's system. Now, the bank will be asking, hey, do you have a loan account with us? You may say, most probably, so no, I do not have. So he will say, would you like to open an account to avail of the loan? You will say, yes. Hey, you have your PAN card, Aadhaar card, and your some other financial document ready. You will say, yes, it is there in my mobile or in my device through which I have gone into the Flipkart or e-commerce platform. So they will say, the banking system will say, okay, you upload those documents. The bank has already digitalized their processes because there is no human intervention. Now a software which is called robotic software, it processes the entire documentation, and at times you need not upload the document. You can tell that I have these details of mine. My profession is that I'm in service or something. Some of the documentation will be done by your word of mouth, which will be natural language processing, and some of the documentation will be done by OCRC, optical character recognition tools. So all these things will take 2 to 3 minutes time for processing your application and creating a loan account for you. The robotic system of the banking loan agreement process will sanction the loan, and they will immediately pass a payment instruction through their treasury system, which will again an automated system, and the e-commerce platform from where you are buying the refrigerator or the television set will come to know that the money has been sanctioned and the credit has come to me, or will come after 30 days as per the agreement these two platforms have done. Once this e-commerce platform comes to know that my loan has been sanctioned, you will be said, hey, your payment has been made by such and such bank. You are ready to check out now. Will reach you the item within 2 to 3 days time. Now, what has happened here? It has happened that the banking platform, to give transaction oriented consumer durable item loan, they used to do a lot of advertisement, lot of bank branch oriented campaigns, a lot of people to people campaign or television advertisement for this loan. Here no loan advertisement, it's just a pop-up in the e-commerce platform. And the e-commerce guy, it was dependent on the credit card, or a person, if he doesn't have the loan facility, might have not bought this item. So these both the companies is now doing an addition to their business volume by the process of utilizing their capability of digitalization of their business processes. Bankers use their digitalization capability to generate another business model, which is a business model of partnering with an e-commerce platform and getting a ready-made customer for your system to process the loan and do the transaction by 5 minutes time. So it has created a business model which has eventually brought a revenue for the banking system. And on the other hand, the e-commerce platform got additional customers who are ready to buy in installment payments rather than one-time payment to their card or cash, etc., etc. So this is what is called digital transformation. Digital transformation is not essentially transformation of your accounting, your transaction processing, your supply chain. Those are called digitalization. But when digitalization helps you to create new business model, new revenue model, that is called digital transformation. That means you have transformed your way of doing business, way of generating revenue, way of improving your profit without much addition to your efforts, and you get some captive customers because of interconnected platforms, etc. Then you have successfully completed your digital transformation journey, and the journey continues. I hope you have understood what I'm trying to talk about. Thank you very much indeed. Namaskar.